Friday. I'm going to try and chat and prepare some media at the same time, so hopefully I don't mess everything up. So it's Friday today. I can't multitask. I'm trying to think about what I need to do. Okay, got my water, we're fine. Yeah, it's Friday today and I'm preparing some media to make some agar plates. For anyone who doesn't know, agar plates are in little Petri dishes, and you fill them with liquid agar and then it solidifies and it's like a jelly-like surface, jelly-like solid once it cools, and that's the surface that you grow your bacteria on. So yeah, this morning I'm going to try and prepare that while chatting. I'm also in a rush because we have engineers coming to look at our freeze dryer. I thought someone was at the door and I was going to get very embarrassed because I'm chatting. Wait, I need to do maths. 37.4 grams divided by 2. 18.7. 18.7? Yeah, 18.7. Okay, she can do maths. She can do maths. Yeah, sorry, what am I saying? I'm such a scatterbrain. Yeah, so we have engineers coming this morning to look at our freeze dryer because it is just completely broken. Yeah, they're coming at 9:30 and I think it's currently like 9:20, so I'm currently trying to like speed make this media before they come so I can get to the door to let them into the building on time. 18 point, what did I say? 18.7, so that's, okay, 9.1. This is a bad idea. Okay, this is 9.1. I'll show you. Whee. Okay, 9.1. So now I need another 9 point, how much did I need? 18.7. Okay, I need 9.6. Jeez, I cannot multitask. Do I even have 9.6? No, I do. Okay, 9.7. Okay, step 1 done. I put the nutrients in, so I'm using marine broth because I'm growing marine bacteria and they like growing on that agar. So now I'm going to wash my little boat. I'm really worried that my maths wasn't correct. So 37.4 divided by 2 is 18.7. I put 9.1 and then I put 9.6. No, I'm fine. Okay, now I'm going to put in the agar powder, and the agar powder is what creates that jelly-like texture, and typically for agar powder we use between 15 to 20 grams per litre. I'm only preparing 500 milliliters, so I'm going to use 8 grams, let's say. Okay, I have my 8 grams. Again, I'm going to pour it into my bottle. So it's in my bottle now. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. Making liquid agar with Jessica. Okay, I need to make sure this is not ethanol in here or that's not good, so I'm going to wash it. Now I'm going to add the water to my media and I'm just going to let it mix and then it's ready to go. Okay, so I got interrupted by Rishi, my colleague, and I got a bit camera shy, so I'm back. And I also couldn't chat and prepare my media at the same time. It was just too much multitasking for me on this Friday morning. Now I'm going to fill my pipette box with tips so I can autoclave them ready for next week, and I will have a chat this time. So in my last video I think I mentioned that my assay is now ready to go and I can finally test my samples. So I'm in the stage of just like planning my method. I'm going to test my assay using a known biocide to make sure I'm getting the effect that I want before I test my samples, and then hopefully by the end of the month I will test my samples. For today, because I need to wait for my liquid agar to autoclave and then to cool down so I can pour my plates, during that time I've got a few things on my to-do list. So I want to plan my 21-month report because I'm supposed to submit that by the end of the month and I've not started it yet. I also want to plan my poster for the PhD symposium that we have at the end of the month. So our PhD symposium is basically an annual event where all of the postgraduates in the Department of Chemistry get together and present their research. When I submitted my abstract, I was a second year, so that means that I need to do a flash presentation, which is basically a presentation in 5 minutes explaining key findings, key results of my project, and I have to make a poster also. I've already made my poster, so I just need to make my presentation. But a 5-minute presentation isn't long at all, and I feel like you really need to plan it well in order to get your points across effectively. So that's going to take me some time, but like I say, I need to wait a few hours for my agar anyway, so I have lots of time to sit on my computer, get creative, make my presentation, and plan my report. So now my tip box is nicely filled. I'm going to put it in the autoclave and let it sterilize. Okay, so I'm in a change of scenery now. I have the lab to myself at the moment, which is a rare occurrence. Hopefully no one walks in because I get shy. So I'm filling more pipette boxes because I thought I would just autoclave as much as possible, so everything is nice and stocked up for when I next need tips. But yeah, this weekend I'm going camping with my boyfriend. This will be our first camping trip this year. In case you're wondering, I don't tend to work weekends. I prefer to have my weekends to rest and to completely switch off, so then I don't get burnt out and I can come back on the Monday and feel good, ready to work again. But last weekend I did actually come in on Saturday, and if there's times where I really need to get an experiment done and the only way I can do that is if I need to come in at a weekend, then I will do that. Also, I'm just starting my 3rd year, so I presume as things get more and more busy and as I'm rushing to get my project done, I probably will need to come in at the weekend. But I don't want to make it a habit, to be honest, because I know myself and I know that I need to rest in order to be efficient and in order to get stuff done. So I really don't want to make it a habit coming in at the weekend. But yeah, that's my plan for this weekend. I'm very excited. I'm also going on a trip next week. We've booked a little trip away to Glasgow. We're just staying for a few days. We're going to go shopping. We're going to eat some nice food. It'll be a nice way to recharge. So I have my tip box now. I'm going to put it in the autoclave and then I'll start my computer work. So I also thought I would show you something nice that I've been doing this week. So I've been doing something called drop plate technique for counting your colonies. And it looks so cool. Look at the perfect little circles. And here are my colonies, and you basically count them and you've done a series of dilutions, so then you can scale it back up and find out how many colonies are in your original culture. Here is a normal spread plate of colonies. So this is bacteria. And yeah, you just count them, you write them down, you do the calculation, and then you can find out how many culturable colonies are in your sample. It's really cool. Hello, so I'm now in a different location. I'm sitting in our lunch room, break room. Honestly, it's a very sad room. And everything's taped off because of COVID. So we can only have a few people in here at a time. Yeah, it's a really old and not very exciting room, to be honest. So I'm sitting here because we have an open plan office, and I get very, very distracted in there very easily because it gets loud, because if people are chatting and people sometimes come and ask me questions and things. So I kind of if I have work to do, while I'm waiting for things to happen in the lab, I like to find a quiet space, whether it's a cafe on campus, whether it's the library, whether it's this room. I like to find a quiet space to come and sit down and get my work done. So I'm just having a look at my planner now. I use a digital planner called Zinnia. So I'll just show you an overview in case anyone's interested, but I usually plan my to-do list for the week, and then I have all my days with all the things that I need to get done. And this is Friday today, and let's tick them off. Ooh, I've got my little Apple Pencil. Buying my iPad was literally the best thing I've ever done. So, prep marine broth agar, done. Let Gavin in, that's the engineer, done. PhD presentation start at 9:30 to 10:30. So it's currently 10:30 and I have not started that because the petri dishes arrived and then I had to put them away and then I was sorting problems with other people. So I am about an hour behind schedule, so I'm just gonna start everything an hour behind. So yeah, the next task for the next hour is plan my PhD presentation and start it. So let's go. So I'm just having a look at the poster I created. I quite like it actually, it's quite nice now. I'm struggling to decide what to put in my 5-minute presentation. It's tricky, it's very tricky. Also, can we just note how beautiful the sky is today? The weather here in Scotland has been lovely. Summer has finally arrived. It's like 16 degrees. 16 degrees is summer for us in Scotland. We have to take what we can get, people. Okay, I'm gonna switch the camera off because I really need to focus on this and I'm very scatterbrained today. So I'm gonna put on my Pomodoro timer and work for 25 minutes, have a 5-minute break, 25 minutes, 5-minute break, and let's see how I get on. So I'm just clearing up my bench because it's an absolute mess. And I'm clearing up all of my old plates from my bioassay optimization attempts, and oh my goodness, that is a lot of plates I've went through. I don't know about anyone else, but I hate the amount of plastic that we waste in science. Like, I wish there was just cheap ways that you could like reuse things, be able to like wash them or to like sterilize them in the case of like microbiology, but the alternatives out there just aren't affordable. Yeah, I hate the amount of waste that we generate. It looks better now. I actually have space to do my work. So I have now poured my plates, which you can see there. I've just left them open to cool and to dry. So it's currently 4:20 and I put on the autoclave at 10 o'clock this morning, so it took 6 hours to cool down. But luckily I've had lots of things to do. I've actually got a bit of a sore head, probably from wearing the mask all day. I am ready to leave and to start my weekend, let's just say that. So yeah, thanks again for watching. This was just a day in the life, what I get up to. See you next time, bye!